Hi, my name's Glenn Twiddle, and I just want to say to you, you probably don't want this job. And I'm being serious in that there's a very special person that I'm out there looking for, and 9 out of 10 people won't be able to play in the two worlds that I'm sort of hoping to find that ideal someone. But let me describe to you the person that you might be. Now, I'm not married to any of these ideas. I understand that I'm not going to get, I may get the perfect person, it may be you, but I may not. But let me just describe to you the ideal applicant for this role and the sort of environment you'll be working in and the sort of tasks you'll be asked to do. What I have in mind, I guess, in a big picture, is someone who maybe used to be the executive assistant or someone who mopped up after a typhoon like a Richard Branson or a Robert Kiyosaki or a what's that guy who's about to be on TV with the new cricket show, Packer. You know, someone who used to mop up after a big personality like that and tidy up the administerial back end. Someone who can take someone who's out there bouncing off the walls and, you know, follow up and make sure that invoices happen. Make sure that all the details administration happens. So really, someone that can drive Excel and Access and the databasing stuff. And when I say Excel and Access, those Microsoft programs to a medium or even, I would even say, an advanced level of competence. Using those programs. And on the other side of the coin, someone who's able to, once a client is in the business, to be able to follow them up, and if there is an outstanding invoice, almost be not a debt collector, but if there's an invoice that needs to be paid, to follow them up and say, hey, your invoice is overdue by 2 weeks, where are we with that? And do it in a way that doesn't offend the client, that doesn't make them feel like they're a debt to be chased, but you can still get the dollars out of them where necessary. So an admin person, a personal assistant, a manager, there's no title for this role because you're not working for a big corporation. You're working for a small entrepreneur who's, and I'll show you this video after this video. I've got a video of the type of work I do. I teach real estate agents as a coaching company how to be the best at what they do from a marketing perspective and from scripts, dialogues, just helping them in every way be better business people. And I'll show you a video of one of my last events. It's the fastest real estate coaching program in the country right now. It's on the incline while many other people in the seminar and coaching business are going down. So it's a great company to work for, but understand, it's not a big corporate. You're going to be working with me in the trenches, and that lies its own challenges. So if you're up to being able to deal with me not using politically correct language, understand that if I'm thinking out loud and mincing my words and getting things wrong, it might be confusing for you. So even this video, if you can hack this video and understand what I'm trying to get across here, I need the opposite of me. If I'm big and out there on stages across the country, I need someone in the office mopping up after that whirlwind that my business has to be. So have a look at the video after this. See if that's the sort of environment you think you can work with. It's not all glamorous like that video you're about to see. You know, it's not all following the seminar around and being the center of attention and being at events all the time. That happens, you know, 3 or 4 days out of the month. The rest of the time is answering emails and following up invoices and all that stuff that's not as much fun. But understand that if that's you, if you get the feeling that you can work with us, then let's have a talk. Maybe some homework to do. I tell you what, here it is. Maybe put together a video. Something like this. I don't know. Put together a video that shows me that you can be out of the box, that you can be creative, and yet you can still get the little finer details done. And it'll also show me that maybe you can drive some technology to some degree of competence, because that's what we use around here in order to communicate with our list. We use all sorts of technology to communicate with our database. So it's going to be a fun journey. If that's you, if it sounds like something you're interested in, just apply wherever you have to apply. Send me those good. I tell you, if you can overnight fax me, you know, here's the thing. My name's Glenn Twiddle. I'm not hard to find on Google. You'll be able to find addresses, email addresses. Contact me outside of Seek if you like. I don't even know if you're allowed. But get my attention and show me why it should be you. But don't get my attention necessarily with outrageous stuff, because what I'm interested in is the ability to follow the directions, even if I don't quite know what I'm talking about. The ability to get things done when I give you some vague generality, I need you to give it some meaningful specifics. So get my attention and show me why it's you. We're here on the Sunshine Coast, and we'll have a good time over the next year or so, I promise. Thanks for that.
Reader's Digest put out a report. We're ranked, I think it's 42 out of 100 trusted professions. Funny thing is, whether it's funny or embarrassing, is that sex workers, prostitutes, are ranked higher than us. So we're less trusted than our local street hooker.
Get away!
There's statistics up there, 10,000 agents left the industry in the last 12 months. You know what? I'm happy about that. Get rid of the cowboys, because anyone can sell real estate when the market's good. It's when the market turns and gets a little bit challenging like it is now, that's when it separates the men from the boys. So let's get rid of them.
Isn't that right, you lot? Unleash hell. Simon's got a gig or something.
We are the new management.
So all of us are suffering or wanting to know or have a concern about the same areas.
I guess I've copped a bit of a reputation for doing the impossible, getting Jerry Seinfeld to be the face of the Greater Building Society, which is a relatively small financial institution in Australia, and given that Jerry's only ever done Amex and Microsoft before, the Greater's just a little bit smaller than them.
This microphone's queued up right and everything?
Yeah. Front door, lugging chairs around, putting brochures out.
I list or sell a home every 26 hours. It's not hard. So we all complicate things, I think, but real estate's very, very easy, mate. Just listen to people, find out what they want, be upfront, be straightforward, be honest, and I don't know, I just do it. For years, I talked a better game than I lived. And I made a decision, and I wrote a competitor of mine a cheque for $5,000. I said, if I am 1 gram above my goal weight by Christmas 2011, bank my cheque for $5,000 and go to Hawaii. I was about 124 at my peak. As of this morning, 98.6.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that has saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
We get it right the first time, right? Yeah. Come on now, see, people are sitting there by the water cooler doing this. It's tough out there. It's tough out there. Let me see what's on Facebook.
Mate, I used to wake up in the morning and bloody nearly cry. My boss was an alcoholic, gambler. I didn't want to get out of bed because, what was I going to do a cold call, letterbox drop for what? For what? I needed something different. I needed something new, out of the box, and what I was doing just wasn't working. What am I supposed to do? I had to dig deep in myself. It's when I found Glenn Twiddle and dug deep in myself, listened to him, and actually invested in myself.
Well, he's one of God's Christian soldiers, isn't he? And he just wants to help people, particularly, of course, real estate agents. There are so many self-help programs for real estate agents. You wonder why so many agents are hurting.
Before, I wasn't investing in me, so I was blaming everything around me, blaming the market, blaming my principal, blaming my colleagues. But end of the day, it was back to me. I had to make the change. I had to make the mind shift. So, and it was just, whether it was the law of attraction, the secret, whatever it was, but got a hold of Glenn Twiddle. Through an email, I didn't even know how I got on his email list. I accepted his invitation. I flew all the way up from Wollongong, down New South Wales, up to here in Brisbane. Spent 2 days with the guy. Mate, this guy blew my mind.
Guy is a legend, let me tell you. This one, if you're smart...
You got to get this testimonial for me, man.
Glenn Twiddle is a real estate genius. What I would like to do is spend 2 weeks in this man's head to be able to learn what he knows. He knows more in this pinky about marketing and real estate success than most people know in their whole body. If you're smart, you'll get behind and listen to what he's got to say. This is Pat Mesiti. I love creating millionaires. Have a prosperous life.
He kind of looks at stuff and goes, well, how can you do something better and not be a sheep? How do you be a black sheep? And with all the industry going this way, how do we go the other way? And everything that he does is just out of the box.
One of the things that I am rather critical of a lot of real estate agents is that their marketing is yesteryear. A little business card in the letterbox to say that they've got buyers in your area, or they'll hand out the fridge magnets.
It's what you put on that fridge magnet. It's not, hey, call me for a free appraisal. It's how to sell your home for more. Gets people thinking.
Before I did Glenn's conference, I checked a lot of real estate websites. And you know that only 10, maybe 15% of them had video on their website? Crazy stuff.
I take it as a personal insult that other agents list property in my area. But I don't discredit that agent, even if they are bad or morons or whatever they are. I don't discredit them.
I'm going to talk about pre-listing kits, how to run a good open home, how to achieve more sales, how to get more listings. The same bullshit that they already know but just don't do.
'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How how precious dear, like grace appear. Yeah, I first believe.
The guys in the room and the girls in the room, they're here because they want to make a change. They realise that the game's changed. What was happening 4 or 5 years ago, totally different now. We need to re-equip ourselves to take to the next level. My open homes was one sheet, name, phone number, see you later. I never used to contact them. Now, anybody that meets me, comes from my open home, mate, I'm going to know them until the day they die. They're going to hear from me until the day they die.
Unreal day and loved it all. Glenn's awesome, Chris is great. Who else was it? The panel was really good. Actually loved the panel.
Great day, really enjoyed it. Wealth of knowledge, going out to kill it.
Great effort, right from his heart. As usual, Twiddle has produced a great segment and great day out.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
Very good, very good.
Long day, but it was a lot of content, so well worth it.
Mate, cracker.
No matter what, you always get something out of it. Even if you heard it 20 times before, you still get that one thing that you didn't hear last time. So, but like most people, it only works if you actually start implementing it. And only 3% of the people here will actually probably implement it.
Listen, I'm going to fly. Catch you later, talk to you after.
I was on the first season of The Biggest Loser down to the final 20, so I didn't get on air. But I was down, and now when was the first season of Biggest Loser? 5, 6 years ago? That's how long I was talking saying, oh, I'm going to lose weight. Then when I didn't get on TV, I said, I'll just do it myself, damn it. I'll be right. I don't need the TV show. I'm going to be 100 kilos by Christmas. Damn, I'm so embarrassed. I think 400 people left and I'm showing that. For years I was talking about a game. Some of you guys who were at the REIQ, who put your hands up. Remember I used to drink the green drink and say I'm going to be 100 kilos by Christmas? Some of you guys at the REIQ remember that? I talked about a game than I lived. John said it before. You want to lose weight? Eat less and exercise. Did I know that that's how you lose weight? Of course I did. I knew exactly how to be 100 kilos by Christmas, but I talked a better game than I lived. All right, the hard work's done. You guys are all here. Can I just go home now? Man, welcome, guys. Thanks for coming. This is what we're here to do. The only way I was ever going to get on a stage with John McGrath, Matt Steinwade and Chris Gilmore is if I run the event. So if there's a lesson for you speakers, you want to have a bill with a lineup where you share a stage with legends of the industry like this, put on an event. This was the only way I was going to get there. So thanks for having me. Thanks for embracing us. And really, from what I've seen, I've been in real estate since 2000. This is the largest event in Queensland real estate. Yeah, Remax conventions and stuff get more numbers, but this is the largest public one for sales event in Queensland history. And we will hold that record for precisely 3 months till Arik gets quadruple this amount on the Gold Coast in the middle of the year in May. If you're a big fan of The Secret, I'm all for it. I've read it and I've watched the DVD, but if you're just going to perpetuate a myth that you can think about it, feel the feelings, think about it, and think the thoughts and good stuff's going to happen to you, then my talk ain't for you. Rogue hypnotist teaches real estate agents forbidden secrets. That got their attention.
Well, if you've ever thought dealing with real estate agents is tricky, you ain't seen nothing yet. When times are tough and the market is down, salesmen will do just about anything to help seal the deal. But even we were surprised to hear of the latest tactic to sell a house, hypnosis.
Hypnotic selling is using the fact that people have patterns of behaviour in order to get an outcome for a mutually beneficial outcome.
Glenn Twiddle wants you to look into his eyes and listen carefully to his voice.
That got me some flack. Hypnotising people and you're manipulating people. That got me some flack. The fact is, every marketing piece you are ever given is trying to manipulate you to do something. Alex, what are you after in the ideal real estate agent? And I put a big frame around my head. That's me. But I'm whispering it to her unconscious. That's me, by the way. That's me. That's what hypnotic selling is. And some people call it NLP, some people call it sales psychology. Doesn't matter what it is. I've heard also saying back to basics. Now, is Greg Vincent still in the room? Greg Vincent wrote a kick-butt article saying why going back to basics is going backwards. I think to hell with going back to basics. I'm with Greg. Basics are what got you into this mess. Incestuous marketing, what that means is you look at what your competitor's doing, and remember 8 out of 10 leaving the first year, 9 out of 10 the second year. So you've got an 8 or a 9 out of 10 chance that if you're looking at your competitor's marketing, you're looking at someone who's either a ranked rookie or going broke. If you think about it, talk about it, visualise it and all that stuff, and then get off your butt and do something about it with the right code, I'm all for it. But do you see how The Secret leaves out that bit about work?